Conference in the case of docket number 24001 HDSHRET, Marcus Kawatachi, Executive Director, on behalf of the complaint filed by Junko Knipe versus Holualoa Residence Trust, Gary Sommer and Peter Pritchard. Appearances, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning, Eric. Your Honor, I'm here on staff attorney with the Hawaii Civil Rights Commission here for the Executive Director, Marcus Kawatachi. Thank you.
And good morning, Your Honor. William Reese on behalf of Mr. Sommer in his interest in the trust.
Okay. Good morning, Counsel. Thank you for allowing me to reschedule this for a week later due to my travels. For the record, I note that I am in receipt of the filed Executive Director's pre-hearing conference statement and also in receipt of the untimely filed Gary Summers individually pre-hearing conference statement. It was one day late. Counsel, do you wish to offer any explanation for that?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I had it ready to file and I ended up being in court all day. I'd intended to file it that evening. I believe I filed it very early in the morning and called Mr. Holualoa to apologize to him and verify that he got it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I'll say this, Judge, that Mr. Reese did send me the statement the day that it was due in the afternoon, so I got it that afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Now, the purpose of today's conference, as I set out in my notice of pre-hearing conference and order, is obviously to understand the statement of facts from the respective positions of both parties. I'm also very interested in the admitted or stipulated facts, and I was disappointed to see that there were none. In effect, the ED has 67 proposed stipulated facts, but Respondents Counsel has not offered any. So at this point, I'm very concerned about what we can agree to expedite the hearing. Otherwise, this will lengthen the hearing from 1 day to possibly 3 days. Counsel, have you had an opportunity to discuss the stipulated facts?
Judge, I'll say this, that I'll say 99% of the proposed stipulated facts in the hearing conference statement that is directly related to the Executive Director's admissions that we were able to get from Mr. Gary Sommer and Mr. Reese. So that's why I added those facts in as stipulated facts, because they've been admitted.
Is that your understanding as well, Mr. Reese?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
Okay, so these 67 facts, we can go ahead and deem those all admitted or stipulated. Is that right, Counsel?
I think we admitted to almost all of the stipulated facts, Your Honor. Mr. Holualoa, you have probably the exact count. I think that weren't there 2 or 3 that were not admitted to, if I recall.
Yeah.
And which would those be?
That would be. So I actually left those out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so all the
I left
67.
those 3 out.
Okay, all the 67 then that are in your pre-hearing conference statement are stipulated. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Oh, great. Terrific. That will help a lot. And with respect to the exhibits that also correlate to these admissions, are they also going to be stipulated too?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge.
Is it going to be the entire 104 that you've enumerated in your statement?
Most likely, Judge, but like a lot of them is photos and whatnot, so they should be pretty fast.
Okay, I just want to know if there's
To
going to be
bring in the
stipulation, if counsel's not going to have any objection to the admission of those exhibits.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, that'll make things easier as well. And I just want to also confirm, does Ms. Knight need an interpreter?
No, Judge.
No, okay. All right, no interpreter. And then there, I believe then I can take judicial notice of the Japanese words that are used in the email text and any conversations?
Yes, Judge, that's fine.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, great, thank you. And then as far as the length of the hearing, what are we anticipating, counsel?
Judge, my guess would be we should be POW by late morning on Tuesday.
Okay, so we
at the
start on
latest.
Monday,
Yeah,
so you're gonna take a
That's my
full day on
guess.
Monday
yes, yes.
and half a day on Tuesday.
At most, that's my,
Okay.
yeah.
All
Yeah.
right,
We could finish on Monday.
okay, but we'll at least allocate for a
Yeah,
day and a half
okay.
at this point for the ED's portion. And then Mr. Reese, as far as your defense.
I don't think it would take more than an hour, Your Honor.
Okay.
Assuming that, now, as I understand it, I will be allowed to cross-examine the complainant during the case in chief. Is that correct? That's my understanding.
Absolutely,
Yes,
you have that right,
sure.
correct.
So I don't think it would be more than an hour of additional testimony.
Okay. And then as far as any exhibits on your behalf, Mr. Reese, I don't know if you identified anything.
I did identify one note, but I believe that may be identical to one of your exhibits. Is that right, Mr. Piliao?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
So
go ahead. So you have no exhibits, additional exhibits that you intend to introduce?
No additional exhibits, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, Mr. Reese, I notice as far as your witnesses are concerned, you don't have any expert testimony that you anticipate. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, you have raised the issue of Mr. Sommer's condition,
Yes, Your Honor.
but you understand without any expert witness, I can't take any kind of judicial notice or anything like that.
I think his condition will be obvious from his testimony.
Yes, his condition may be obvious, but that doesn't mean that is a defense without some kind of nexus.
Well, I was never offering that as a defense. I would just offer
Okay.
observation. And I think that what he would present could be interpreted even by a lay witness or a lay, as a finder of facts. I mean, the way he presents in his testimony would be obvious, and he can, I believe, testify to any diagnoses that he may have previously received.
All right, I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And then as far as, I had one other question regarding Ms. Knipe's responses. I didn't see anything that made me aware of her responses to the now admitted facts of Mr. Sommer's behavior. Is there anything in writing? Or is it just all testimony?
No, it's gonna be all
testimony?
yes, Judge.
And you don't have anything, Mr. Reese?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. And I take it that if it's testimony, you're disputing that, Mr. Reese, is that correct? Her response to Mr. Sommer.
I think that,
overtures?
I'm sorry, you cut out, Your Honor. Could you repeat that, please?
Yes, since you mentioned that there's only going to be testimony concerning Ms. Knipe's responses to Mr. Sommer's overtures, I take it you're contesting that?
Yes, Your Honor, and any testimony of Mr. Summers on direct.
Okay. All right. So as you are aware, I have requested draft proposed findings of fact, conclusions of law on the day of hearing. So I'm just making sure everybody is aware of that request. And there's a specific reason why I do that, because I believe that will also help to expedite the hearing.
Okay, that's requested in advance of the hearing is that after the testimony or?
On the day before the hearing begins,
Okay,
because you both know your cases, you both know what you want to present, you'll be able to work that up and follow that as your guide during the hearing. So that's the main reason why I request it on the day of hearing rather than after. You're also going to be allowed to make any amendments following the hearing,
okay,
depending on how the testimony goes.
sure.
But basically, I anticipate that you'll use this as your road guide.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Is there anything else you need to bring to my attention in terms of conducting the hearing next week, Monday?
Nothing from us.
Okay.
Nothing.
I
myself.
take it Ms. Knipe is going to be here
Yes,
in person.
yes, Judge.
All right. Where is she living now?
She's on the Big Island.
Big Island.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And Mr. Reese, are you appearing via Zoom? You and your
Yes,
client?
yes, Your Honor.
All right. Very good. And I take it counsel still not talking settlement?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that, Your Honor?
Yeah. Are you still not talking settlement?
Well,
We did a little bit this morning, but there's too much of a gap.
To the gap. Okay. All right. Well, I hope that you will continue no matter what.
we will, Your Honor. Your Honor, I just wanted to confirm the time we commence it. Is it 9 o'clock on Monday?
Yes. Yes.
Your Honor, I apologize.
Oh.
This is Constance from adjudication staff. Because Mr. Reese will be attending via Zoom, and I believe that Ms. Knipe will be testifying in person, we've reserved this conference room for the Monday and Tuesday hearing, but it's only available starting at 10 a.m.
On Monday.
on Monday and Tuesday.
Okay. All right. So
Late notice.
we will start then at 10 a.m.
Thank you.
Okay, so I do
Okay.
not need to log in, Your Honor, or I should log in at 10 a.m. or shortly there before. Is that correct?
I would suggest you log in about 9:50 or so, just to make sure that we have any technical. Oh,
Okay, thank you.
my pleasure. And anything else?
No,
Mr.
Judge.
Gunla? Anything else, Mr. Reese?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, then that concludes our hearing for today, and we will see you all next Monday at 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you very much.